Everybody, we are live at Wealth Management Edge 2025. I'm Johnny Sandquist,
I'm Torie Happe.
And I am Anthony Stich.
sometimes known as Tony to your friends, but the CMO of Moran Wealth Management.
Yep.
The new CMO. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's an exciting move for me. It's a bit of a long time coming, but what I find most interesting is I'm jumping from the tech side to the RIA side. So I was the seller, now I'm the buyer.
And you've never been on the RIA side, have you?
I've been in the wirehouse world a long time ago, but never at an RIA.
Take us through, before we rewind the clock and go back to young Tony and how you got into the industry, why this decision to move to the RIA side and work at Moran?
So, well, I've been consulting for Moran Wealth Management for a few years now, and I've helped them out with their marketing, and they've always kind of said, hey, if you ever want kind of work down in Florida with us, you're welcome. Now I'm at this different stage of my life where I'm my first one going off to university, and it happens to be in Naples, where this just made a lot of sense. But what really attracted me to the role is about what their goals are, right? They're a very modern thinking firm in terms of growing the business, but also how they provide advice. So all those things attracted me to the role and opportunity. And I get to wear many hats. So it'll be mostly marketing, but it'll also be helping out with the tech stack and some other growth concepts they have going. So I'm super excited, and I get to flex that marketing muscle again.
And we're all excited for Florida, Tony, because I feel like this
is me.
So Money Chronicles is all about us learning about the industry, people, and how they got here, right? We all have different stories on why we are so passionate about this industry. We're not real great at telling the story of who we were before we got here. So
Sure.
I'd love to hear, why are you so passionate about our industry? Why did you want to enter into this space? How did you just get here?
Sure. Well, it's an incredible question, and I do believe we're all motivated by life experiences.
Yep.
And if you can find an opportunity, a professional opportunity that kind of is driven by that money moment, if you will, it doesn't become a job. It's not labor at that point. And so if you look way back into Tony's past, I'm from a very large family, 7 sisters and 2 brothers. And we by no means were challenged financially, but imagine having 10 kids at home and the entire world changing, right? So going from paper-based to the internet and so forth and so on. And as a result, my father lost his job and ended up filing for bankruptcy. And that was a money moment for me.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a money moment. It became part of my mission then to say, okay, if my dad had a financial advisor, if he had the right guidance, could have that outcome have been different? Now, at the end of the day, we survived it very well. My dad and my mom were just heroes throughout this whole process, but it drove me to saying, how can I help people avoid those challenges, avoid financial struggles? So it drove me to this industry. And at first it was technology and really selling financial planning tools and how we can empower people. But now to be on that side, to help actually provide that advice to clients is very exciting. So that was the money moment. And plus, when you think about delivering advice to people and giving them that peace of mind, right? And saying, you're okay, or let's do this differently. There's something very rewarding about that.
Yeah, and I think too, we all come from pretty different backgrounds, and like our parents, they all kind of came from the same, but all 3 of us kind of have a different upbringing in that space. And for all of us to kind of come together and have all of these different moments where it shifted for us. I know my parents, they are the generation of only having, 401ks. They were very traditional in
Yep.
investing. And I'm the complete opposite when it comes to that. And they panic. They're like, well, Social Security and your 401k is that's how you're supposed to plan for retirement. And I'm like,
no, yeah.
there's other things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's great about our industry too, is that we're starting to have these conversations of we don't have to be super traditional, and bringing people to that, I think is really cool too. And
yeah,
how you guys your firm is changing that way people are thinking about money, right? The investors are changing.
That's so exciting, right? That's so exciting. By the way, speaking of families, I always think it's funny. We talked about this last night, how our parents have no idea what we do. There's zero idea, right? You go to a conference and what'd you do, honey? Oh, I was just on stage. Oh, what'd you talk about? It's just boy, I have a story for you, Mom. They call me Mr. Purple at conferences. She's like, what?
Right. I try to I've invited my parents to come. My dad has come on one trip with me, and instead of actually coming to the event, he was very excited to see what I did. But then he was like, and I'm going to go explore. We were in Washington, D.C. My dad that trip walked 30,000 steps in one day.
Wow.
Wow.
And I was like, hey,
Impressive.
are you gonna come my breakout? And and he's like, no, I'm at Mount Vernon. And I was like, cool. So I just got ditched.
Your one chance to know what.
So we always joke. I'm like, I'm never gonna like bring my parents to work ever again.
My goodness, that's great though. I should try that. My mother-in-law, I should invite her. Continually ask me what I do.
Yeah.
So Tony, worst money mistake of yours?
Okay.
What was it? Learn. What did you learn from it? Don't just stop at this was a bad mistake.
Yeah.
Was it teachable?
So, geez, I mean, how many investments? Let's not go there. So I'll be completely open and transparent. So when we sold Naviplan to InvestCloud, we had, as a family, my wife and I and our 5 children, we had just kind of set ourselves up very nicely. We decided, after my career at InvestCloud ended, we decided to kind of reinvest in the home. Well, two money issues there. One was, should I have, drawn down those balances, built the home we wanted, which was great, right? It was a great experience at the end. But looking back with some trials in the career and, going back and forth between consulting and work, it felt tighter. It was like, but there's never a good time to be like, this is the time we are going to draw down this account. Yeah. We're going to make that investment. So that was number one. It was a bit challenging for me. The second part of that though is scope creep, right? So when you were like renovating a home, like a whole home, right? Like I always want people to know that, okay, if the number is X,
it's
plan
at least
for
10 times.
yeah, plan for X plus Y, right? Because I'm of the belief that, when you're renovating your forever home, for instance, you don't hold back on purchases, right? Don't be modest in some situations. You regret that later, right? But as a result, I didn't plan for X plus Y, so that just made a bit more of a challenge. So that's my thing, is when you are going to make those significant cash investments, just be prepared for contingencies.
You guys lived through me building our home, yes. And I have PTSD. I don't think I want to ever do that again. As I say this, my husband's like, hey, look at this piece of property that we've just found. And I was like, 0.
I'll stop.
No, we're not doing this again.
They're from scratch build. Sounds good.
No,
Yes.
I can't do it anymore. But your forever home is don't cheap out on the ice maker.
Yes. Our forever home is not our forever home anymore. We're moving to Florida.
Well,
someone else will enjoy it.
Yes, exactly. Someone else will enjoy that ice maker.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, let's end it with this.
Yep.
We're at Edge. The theme is find your edge. So what gives you your edge? Is it family? Is it faith? Is it some other kind of drive that's spurring you forward?
It's a great question. I think it's all of the above. It is family and faith, but it goes back to that money moment, right? Like if you can apply your experiences to your career, it's not a job, right? And I think that's so special for me. That's my edge, is that I love this industry, both sides, the tech side and the RA side. I love the people here. It drives me back to these conferences year after year. But I have to say, my other edge is ChatGPT at this point. Okay, I did a presentation on this yesterday with a bright panel around AI and how it's empowering us all, and that is, quite frankly, my edge too. So there's 2 there. So family, faith, and of course the driving motivations of those money moments early on in my life, and then on the tech side.
Does your ChatGPT have a name? Because I call mine Al.
I call mine Chad.
Chad. Interesting.
Yeah.
Al. I haven't named mine. I feel like I need to now.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like you're neglecting your...
Yeah, I'm going to be the first one out.
When they take over. You never gave me anything.
All right, Tony, thanks for catching up with us.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.